Why? So the other day, I was watching YouTube videos on Spider-Man, the Ultimate Spider-Man series and the Superior Spider-Man. Those. Just watching videos. And then, how he goes hard for Aunt May and just his wife and kids when he has them. And I was just thinking, where is his other family? It can't just be Richard, Mary Parker, or Benjamin Parker or May Parker. He gotta has like cousins or something. But yeah, let me tell you. So I did some research on Spider-Man's family tree, and it's more interesting than what you think. Let me tell you. So there's not a lot of information on Peter Parker's grandparents. Well, the Parkers at least. But we do know that his name, the granddad, was Peter Parker the first, and the grandmother was Anne Parker. There's a whole family tree on that side that I don't know, but we're just gonna ignore that. This is Peter's grandfather on his mom's side, William Wild Will Fitzpatrick. Yes, he has another side of the family called the Fitzpatricks. The thing is, he was a part of the OSS, better known as the Office of Strategic Services. After World War II, the OSS was dissolved for the CIA, which he became an analyst for them. And I'm going to assume that gave the passion of wanting to be an analyst to Mary Fitzpatrick, and later on you will learn that she was a spy. But oh yeah, Wild Will got that name for a reason. He was in a field with Captain America and all of them. They were actually pretty cool dudes. He's a pretty good guy, but I just wish we learned more about him. Then we get into Benjamin, where great power comes great responsibility. Parker. This man is old. I don't know how much older he is than his brother, but they were old as hell. I don't get it. I do want to say this though. He's been about that. He has been about truth and justice and just taking responsibility for a really long time. He's one of the characters in comics that the cornerstone of that character stays the same. They try to change it in different universes, but essentially they stayed the same. And that's one thing that I can respect about him. So another thing, he wasn't able to have kids due to difficulties. So when Richard and Mary Parker went on their spy trips, he would take in a baby Peter. So that was like a son to him because they did that pretty often. Yeah, he's a great person. It's tragic that he passed, but his legacy is still here on this planet. And he has a wife. Let me get it to her. This is Aunt I Refuse to Pass Away, May. So here goes the thing. She's been old forever. I don't get it. I don't understand how she's still alive. She was real old back in the day. She's been holding it down for Peter and Ben this whole time. She's been support system. She's been rock. She's Peter's support system. She was Peter's rock. She knew about him being Spider-Man later on, and she can 100% support it, even though she was worried about him. She actually remarried a couple times, which is kind of weird. Like with Doc Ock, that was awkward. Not gonna lie. And I'm not sure as of now, but there was a run where she remarried J. Jonah Jameson, and they were cool, and their relationship was fine. Aunt May is a woman that is not to be played with at all. If she's touched in any type of way, you're gonna get hunted down. It's not even close. And she's locked in. The Avengers respect her, everybody respect her. So yeah, that's Aunt May. Now let's get to the main attraction. Richard and Mary Parker. They were like that. I know I'm gonna say that a lot about everybody, but no, actually, they were both super spies for SHIELD. Um, they used to go on missions all the time before they passed. They went on these really high stake missions, and then they will drop off Peter to Ben and May. But there was this one mission where they found out something with Hydra, Red Skull got involved, and they went on another mission. They got captured by the Red Skull's minion, and they got assassinated. That's the reason why they're not here, literally because of Red Skull. And it's crazy. It's actually really sad, but that's how it goes as super spies when you're in SHIELD. There was this crazy thing where they came back to life and it was whatever. We're not going to count that. But they had a secret child before Peter. Her name was Teresa Parker. Before we get back to that, I just want to thank y'all for following me. If you from TikTok or any other platform, I really don't post on others. TikTok is getting banned soon. It's stressful, but I'm chilling about it. And like I said, I just want to thank y'all. Now let's get back to it. So, Teresa Parker is the sister of Peter Parker. And the whole story with her is that while Richard and Mary Parker were on missions and had in between time, she got knocked up. They end up having a kid in secret, and SHIELD took her away and put her in foster care. The second child, which was Peter, stayed with the family, but all of that. They actually don't know if that's actually her, but Peter got a DNA test, and they don't really show it, but it's insinuated that it's actually his sister. It's a whole thing with the Red Skull again and the Chameleon and all of them. It's crazy. But yeah, I just found this out. Peter had a sister, and she's pretty cool. Then we have Peter Parker, clone, otherwise known as Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly was introduced during the Clone Saga. Well, way earlier than that, but we're not going to get into that. He was he was the perfect genetic clone to Peter Parker, or the original. They weren't really clear about it. I think that he is the clone, but he didn't have his own identity. He didn't want to be called Peter, so he took the first name of Uncle Ben and the middle name of Aunt May, if I'm correct, and dyed his hair blonde so he can be Ben Reilly. For a while, he was the actual Spider-Man for a little while Spider-Man took a break, or Peter Parker. And he has one of the most iconic spider suits of all time. Just a straight red with the blue jacket on top of it. And also, he's extremely buff. And he has one of the best comic book runs when he was just one of the best stories. Can't say that in recent days. Now he's Chasm. It's weird. And then we're going to get into the other clone. Kane Parker is another clone of Spider-Man, but unlike Peter Parker, he is a spider guy. It's so weird. He got pincers. He's way more brutal. He's way more big and buff and everything. He's not scared to get his hands dirty. Kane is actually one of the coolest characters. They need to use him way more than what they do. But yeah, his face was messed up at first, so they had to get it fixed. It's a whole thing. Now, I want to throw Mary Jane in there, but I'm not. This is a part one video. Part two, I want to talk about his kids or his possible kids because surprisingly, it's a lot. So let me know, and I'll see y'all later.